I'm excited today. We are talking today about the Empress energy. All right, hold on. Let me see where we are. Okay. Hi, hey, Teresa, long time no see. Good to see you. Teresa, I was just thinking about you. We must have some kind of a psychic connection. Kelly is here. Hi, Kelly. I'm so glad that you've joined me. And Jessica, it's been a long time for you too. I'm so glad you made it. Hi, everyone. And of course, my beautiful assistant, Rebecca, is here. Welcome, everyone. I am really excited because number one, it's September and the sun has moved into the sign of Virgo. Now, last month here in the League of Badass Butterflies, we talked about the High Priestess energy, and we did a lot of work to learn about the High Priestess and what it means for us as a spiritual leader, for ourselves, leading us within ourselves, but also being a leader in our community. So we spent all of August working with that energy, and I really liked the things that I saw from you all. A lot of really good, deep, and meaningful insights coming from you all and while you were engaging in the work. So this month, it's brand new. We have the sun in Virgo, and I thought it would be really appropriate for us to talk about the Empress energy. So these archetypes that I'm working with are coming from tarot. Now, why am I using these tarot archetypes? Well, these tarot archetypes are not about divining your future or about even communicating with spirit guides. Of course, you can use the cards for that type of a thing, but what these archetypes are doing is they are holding a certain energetic frequency. So it's a certain frequency of the mind, a certain frequency of the body, a certain frequency of the emotions. And as an archetype, you can learn about these energies and integrate them in your life so that you can improve your personal life, but you can also use them in your business. And that's what's important for me. It's important that you learn how the High Priestess activates your inner leader and makes you an authority for your community. You are the channel of the divine for your community through the High Priestess archetype within you. Well, what does that mean for the Empress? Well, if we look at the Empress in tarot, well, first, before we even go to tarot, we can look at the Empress energy, just like who is the Empress? Like, who is the great Empress of China, right? And what we see is a woman who has not only her authority, but she's got everybody else's authority as well, okay? So the Empress energy out in the three-dimensional world shows a woman who is in complete control of herself and her community. Everything she desires is made hers. She doesn't know the word no, okay? No is not an option. She is imperious. She is composed. She knows she's at the level of like the supreme being, but on earth, and her authority is given by herself, okay? So I am not suggesting that you work with that particular energy because I'm not sure that that's attractive to you or if that's going to be very helpful to you. It certainly is not helpful to me. I see that Jackie has joined. Hi, darling Jackie. Good to see you. And so no, we're not doing that earthly empress. So today in the Facebook group, I posted an image of the Empress from the Muse tarot deck. So if you all get a chance to scroll a little bit through our group today, you will see that energy. You'll see that card, and the Empress that we're talking about is a little bit sweeter than the Empress of the Great Empress of China, or this kind of very human royal blood person. We're not talking about the royal human blood. We're talking about the archetype. So today we're going to do an overview of that energy, and I'm going to get you thinking about that as we move forward in the month of September. And Rebecca, can you please, did you already post the link? Did you already post the September calendar? If not, well, number one, post the September calendar in the group, please. And also put a link here in the comments so that the ladies can download the calendar so they can see what we're going to be talking about each week here. Also noting that on Tuesday, September 19th, we have a masterclass, okay, and it's called Conquer Your Everest, the 12 keys to overcome your limits with the Empress's confidence. So it's called Conquering Your Everest, the 12 key ways to overcome your limits with the Empress's confidence. Okay, so that's going to be our master class on Tuesday, September 19th. So definitely mark your calendars for that. Also this month, I like to do tarot readings for you all. So I have a couple of tarot readings scheduled here and there. I think I've got one, not like a week from this Friday. I think we have a tarot reading. Either way, Rebecca will post the link to the calendar, and she'll also put the calendar in the group, but download that, and then that way you'll know what we're doing every day. All right, so hi everyone, my name is Crystalline Bell. I'm a master spiritual life coach and worthiness advocate for women. I work with women like you to help you all become certified spiritual life coaches, and I help you build your divine coaching businesses. It's my pleasure to help you build your businesses. And just giving you a little bit of insight in that. What do I mean when I talk about building your coaching business? Can't you just say you're a coach and like help people? Well, yes, you can do that. And thank God, we like the freedom of being a spiritual life coach in the modern world. There's not a lot of regulation. You can kind of just do it, okay? I like to say that the people will decide and will regulate you. If people don't like your philosophy, if you don't help people heal and transform, then they will not pay you and they will not come to you. So we don't actually have to worry. We don't need a regulating board for us because no insurances are paying coaches. Like, the people will pay you if they like you. If they don't like you, they won't pay you and you won't have anybody to coach. So we don't need anybody to regulate us. Our clients will regulate us. But in order to be a coach, you really do need to have clients. And in order to know how to have a calendar full of clients who really like working with you and who will pay you enough to support you and your lifestyle and your family, you need a business plan to figure that out. And it's not like you need an elaborate, 5 a 5-section business plan that, talks about your projections for the year and, your 5-year goals and, how your stockholders are going to be compensated and all this kind of thing, and who's the chairman of the board. We don't need all of that. What we need, though, is a basic, solid plan that helps you have something of value to offer in the form of services and a transformational program, as well as, your blog, your website, where you are communicating who you are and what you do and what your philosophy is around helping people. It's your philosophy that attracts people, right? It's how you deal with pain and trauma and help people overcome it, and how you help people reach their goals, how you help people improve their lives, save their relationships, pull themselves out of depression, heal old wounds, pull them out of post-traumatic stress disorder. That is what makes you a great coach. And it's those things that you do that's going to help, that's going to make people come to you. Well, you have to put together the program that will do all those things. And you have to put together the philosophy that lets people know that this is what you do. And then you need to understand how to attract all of those wonderful people who will benefit from the from your magic and the offerings that you will give them to help them. So that's where I come in. My job is to help you set up your business to do all of those things so that you can have a calendar full of clients who love you and pay you for the services that you offer. So if you're interested in learning what those next steps are so that you can get started in working with me, please book yourself in for a divine coaching business strategy call. This is a free call where you and I sit down and we talk about what it is you want to create for your coaching business. And we talk about how to get there, and then we get you started on it. So if you're ready for that, go ahead and book yourself in. Rebecca will put the link for that in, we'll put the link for that in the comments. Rebecca, I don't see the link for the calendar. Did you put the link for the calendar in there yet? Anyway, she'll get that in there. So, so as I said, my name is Crystalline Bell. I want to welcome you to today's session. Today's session is called Awakening Your Inner Empress, right? So, why are we doing the Empress? Why is this so important? Ladies, the High Priestess is important for your spiritual health. Everything we talked about last week was about understanding your connection to the divine and using that authority to really have powerful spiritual health in your body, in your mind, in your system. Okay, the divine High Priestess is a channel for the divine. Okay, the High Priestess, the Empress energy is about being in your body and having full authority in your body. It's about the High Priestess is divine feminine energy in your spirit. The Empress is about divine feminine energy in your body, okay, in your emotions, all right? So this energy is going to help you be very receptive, open-hearted, open-minded, intuitive, and authoritative again in your body. Her energy, the frequency that she carries is fertile, creative, receptive, connected, and generative, okay? Her key phrase is orgasmic living. Orgasmic living. Now, if you know what orgasmic living means, I want you to type it into the comments. Who knows what I mean when I say orgasmic living? Give me your best shot on what that means. So while you all are filling that in, I want to talk to you a little bit about this idea of being like what this means for you as a life coach. All right. So if you've been following me, you know that my job is to make you a divine, fierce, and wealthy coach. And here's how the Empress energy fits in with that idea. So the divinity, divine, she is connected to the divine through her higher mind and her crown chakra, okay? Crown chakra connected to source energy, her divinity comes there. Now, the fierceness of the Empress comes through her heart. She is always, the Empress archetype is connected to the world through her open heart. She has positive emotions that flow. She doesn't have space for doubt, okay? The Empress, and you all know I do not like a Pollyanna, but I do love a woman who just knows she is the authority and she owns that, okay? So it's not a Pollyanna, it's an I am the authority of my life. No, I don't doubt. No, I don't do lower vibrational energy because that's not my frequency and it's not serving me. I've already done that. I've already been through the self-loathing, the confusion, the I don't know who I am stuff, already done that. That was the caterpillar living. Now I'm a butterfly and I don't have that baggage, right? This is the Empress energy. She knows who she is. She owns her energy. She owns her mind. She's not doing shame. She's not doing, all the other negative emotions because she's already lived those and she has reborn herself. So her heart is very pure. Her energy is very loving. She's very nurturing. She's a mother. She's also a businesswoman, okay? So that businesswoman in her leads her to the wealth, okay? She's connected through the physical world through her root chakra, all right? So notice we have the crown, we have the heart, and we have the root chakras that are open and activated within the Empress archetype. If you are suffering, meaning you feel disconnected from your intuition, you feel disconnected from the divine, you don't know who your spirit guides are, you don't know how to communicate with the divine, you have issues staying focused. This is issues around your divinity. You need to do some work up here in the upper chakras, starting with your crown, okay? With the heart chakra, this is your magnet for attracting what you need. And it's also the way you put yourself out, the way you radiate love into the environment. If you have trouble receiving love, if you have trouble giving love, then this is not Empress energy, this is blocked. So you know you need to do some work around your heart chakra so that you can get this energy cleared and flowing and you can attract what it is you desire, okay? Likewise with your root chakra, this is your penetrative birth canal chakra. I'm not talking about your sacral chakra, it's different. I'm talking about your chakra for giving birth, for allowing your ideas to actually manifest into the world, to give birth to your full-term baby, to give birth to your business, to give birth to your dreams, whatever it is you want to give birth to, having an open, functioning, energetic root chakra is key. Now, for all of you who are watching me, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the replay, I want you to let me know which chakra you feel is most blocked. Where do you feel maybe that you're cut off from the Empress energy through any of those 3 chakras? I'm not talking about all 7, because I just want you to for this month, focus on these 3 chakras, okay? So in the comments, go ahead and sorry, brain fart there. I was multitasking. I need to stay focused. Go ahead and let me know in the comments which of your chakras you find that are blocked. All right. Now, as we focus on these 3, the divine, fierce, and wealthy chakras, okay, the divine crown, the fierce heart, and the wealthy root, we can see that there's an easy pathway for manifestation. There's the mind, or the crown, upper chakras, which brings in the ideas. We fertilize those those ideas with our heart energy. And then we give birth to those ideas through our root chakra. So keeping that in mind as we move forward over the course of this month, we will be paying very special attention to these 3 chakras and doing work to make sure that those are open and functioning within ourselves, okay? So how can you use this Empress energy in your life and in your coaching business, okay? So I've got 10 ways, okay? The first way is about embracing the divine feminine energy, right? So all this month, I want you thinking about how the divine is working through you, of course, through your upper chakras, but also where do you see the divine feminine at work in your home and in your environment, in the world around you. If you've got children around you, that's a wonderful sign of the Empress and the divine feminine energy. If you have plants and animals, things that you need to nurture, very much this is about the Empress energy. If you look around your place and if you are a woman who likes to put loving touches in your home, then you are working with the Empress energy and you are bringing that divine feminine into your life. Likewise, of course, I don't know if I just said this, but if you spend time in nature, that's how you can see it out in the world. If you have plants in your home, you're bringing it into your home. And of course, your business. When you build your business, you are growing your baby. It is just like nurturing a baby and giving birth to it. The business building process is the exact same thing. All right. Now, the Empress energy, this is number 2. The Empress energy is a catalyst for mental excellence. What do I mean by that? Well, in this world of self-doubt and limiting beliefs, you can find yourself feeling, and I've mentioned this earlier, you can find yourself being plagued and weighed down by dense emotions such as sadness, focusing on loss, depression, anxiety, panic, fear, doubt, limitation. Those are all low vibrational energies. If those are active in your mind, then your mind is functioning at a low vibration. So if you're moving about your days and you're doubting, you're not moving forward with your ambitions, you're not moving forward with your dreams, okay? Your mind is not working toward excellence. Well, by embracing the Empress's energy, you are demanding that your mind move up into a higher realm where it is functioning at the level of excellence. Meaning, I know I can do this. How do I do it? Going out and learning, knowing, having self-efficacy, having self-belief, and thinking positively about things and being a solutions-oriented person in your mind. That for both your personal life and your business. Super important and very Empress-like. The third thing, and actually let me, before I go on, let me see if anyone has shared with me the blockages that they're having around this Empress energy coming through the chakras. And Teresa has shared heart. Yeah, Teresa, this is a really powerful, chakra. So many of us have a blocked heart, and actually a lot of it has to do, thank you so much for saying it, a lot of it has to do with the lack of mental excellence that is penetrating and moving down into our heart space, okay? So our heart on its own is doing just fine. Our heart on its own is doing just fine. It's how our minds and our personalities are interpreting the world around us that is putting pressure on our heart and dampening our energy. It's like locking our powerful heart and taking it and locking it in a cage so that it cannot function to full form. So the goal is to invite that Empress energy, open the heart, open the mind, bring in that mental excellence, open the heart, and let that root chakra open through play and sexual stimulation, which we'll talk about in a little bit, okay? Kelly says, my heart is well. And Teresa says, I blocked it on purpose. Teresa, did you mean that you blocked it or that you protected it? Because there should be a difference. And sometimes we'll try to protect our heart and we'll end up blocking our heart. And we want to make sure that we do the right thing. Protecting your heart, go ahead, protect your heart. But we want our protection to not interfere with our receptivity. We need to be able to receive love and wisdom. And also we need it to be able to flow outward. So making sure that our heart is able to give and receive easily while it's protected, that's the most important thing. Number 3 is about nurturing authority. So having authority as a life coach is really important. Having authority as a woman is really important, okay? So the Empress really is the embodiment of feminine authority in form, in the world, in her body. So she has this connection to the divine and to the divine above, and she has a connection to the divine below. Remember, she is a being who is of the earth, but she is also strongly connected to heaven. So she has divine authority from above and from below. We want to make sure that you are embodying that, meaning not only do you feel great spiritually, like, yes, I am great spiritually, and we've seen this all the time. Yeah, I'm great spiritually, but I suck in the world. I don't know how to manage money. I don't know how to manifest what I need. I can't pay my rent. I can't pay my bills. I'm in poor health, blah, blah, blah. Well, we want to use the Empress energy to give you excellence with your spirituality, and excellence with your materiality as well, okay? So having authority is a starting point for that. Number 4 is about manifestation and abundance, okay? So the Empress archetype is abundant. She is prosperous. When we see her images in tarot, we see her with a horn of plenty. There's fruit. She's got, she's in a lush environment. She has a beautiful crown. She has big breasts. She's usually pregnant, and it represents being full and having everything she needs. And she might be naked, or she might be, partially naked, which means that she is safe to be who she is, and she is protected, okay? Number 5 would be about connection and intuition. And the Empress, because of her connection both to heaven and earth, it means that her senses are all working and going in the same direction. So she can trust her intuition. She can trust her intuition, meaning she can trust her feeling nature. Now, I have one of my precious clients just gave birth to her baby, and during her labor process, she was getting induced, and so she called me, and she was very upset because she didn't want to be induced. Her baby is a bit of a miracle baby. She had fertility treatments, and she was able to get pregnant, or she had wait, I'm so sorry. What is it called when the baby is the seed? No, it's not in vitro. Oh Lord, I'm so sorry. I'm sounding so ignorant right now. Either way, she was artificially inseminated. Okay. And so she carried the baby, and it worked really well the first time. She had a beautiful pregnancy, and she wanted to, just really let this baby come on its own. But her doctors said that because of her age, they wanted to induce labor, and they wanted her to be in the hospital and all these things. And so she called me. She was very, very upset. And the thing that upset her the most of everything was that she didn't trust her intuition. And she couldn't trust her intuition because she had too much fear. And, who can blame her? This is a scary situation. She's got her first baby. She was told that it wasn't going to be a safe pregnancy and all this kind of thing, all these fears floating around. How can you trust your intuition when there's so much fear? Because the fear voice and the intuitive voice start sounding like the same kind of voice, although they're saying different things. So the point of my story is that the Empress knows the difference between a fear voice and her true intuition, okay? And they always sound very, very different in reality. Fear can imitate intuition, and it can make you believe that it is telling you true stories, but true intuition recognizes the goal of fear. So sometimes spirit can use fear to help you recognize a dangerous situation, and you can feel fearful. So don't think that I'm saying that fear is totally invalid. I'm not. But I am saying that when fear permeates your mindset, that's not the way spirit works. That is fear working through you, and that's a different thing. Your intuition can always assert itself. And when you're working with that Empress energy, the intuition takes the fear, dominates it, gets to the cause of the fear, and can operate from there. You don't need fear to create. You can create. The fear can be a signal that you need to be alerted to something, but you don't need fear to drive your vessel. Okay, I hope that makes sense to everyone. Number 6 is the union of the divine feminine with the divine masculine. I wrote that wrong. It should say the divine union of the feminine and the masculine. So the Empress is not a doer. I'm going to tell you that right now, okay? The Empress does not do, but the Empress delegates, all right? So we want to activate this Empress energy in ourselves, but we need to delegate that to somebody else. We are not doing from the place of the Empress, okay? So how does that look? Am I saying Crystalline needs to have a man to do things for her? No, but the Empress part of you can instruct the masculine part of you on what to do. So the Empress can be in her receptive glory. She's connected to wealth. The Empress is connected to wealth. So she can tell you how to find the wealth. So you sit in the Empress energy, you embody her, and then whoop, boom, I've got the idea. I have the masculine. I know what actions I need to take today in order to generate the funds that I need. Whether that's delegating, working with your assistants, or if you have a partner who's working with you, having them do it, or whether you do it yourself, you intuit and you create from the Empress, but you do from the other aspect of yourself. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, you all just put a note in Facebook and let me know, okay? All right. And Teresa says, yes, that's what I mean. I'm protecting it from energy right now. Yeah, there you go, darling. Keep it protected, not blocked. Very good. Number 7, the death rebirth process. So this is really important. Your Empress archetype is transformative. Now, earlier you heard me say that the Empress is someone who's gone from being a caterpillar to a butterfly, and that's not true. Our Empress the Empress archetype is not born of a caterpillar. That's not accurate, but you are, okay? Right now, you're living that human life, that hashtag human life, okay? That hashtag caterpillar life. You're subject to human fears and doubts and things like that, and you've gone through pain and trauma, and that's the caterpillar life. And we don't want to deny, like, oh, I never went through that. So what we do is I like to use the archetype of the caterpillar to butterfly, right? That metaphor, I think, is really beautiful. And what I want to do is I want to activate the butterfly in you that gives birth to your Empress. I hope that makes sense, y'all. If what I'm saying makes sense to you, give me an amen in the comments, because it's really important. It's important to understand that this, what you've gone through before is really, really important and vital as a part of your, as a part of your coaching process. Okay, what you've gone through before is going to help qualify you to become a spiritual life coach. Okay, nobody wants to be coached by somebody who has never gone through things. Nobody wants to be coached by someone who doesn't know anything about the pain and suffering that they're going through. Okay, we want to know that you have gone through some things and you have overcome them. All right, that's what this process is all about. So the Empress, her energy is transformative. And in this way, she's very much like the Christ energy, in that she is holding space for your excellence, okay, for your impeccability, so that you can truly give birth to your best self. And that is how you can use the Empress to help you rise up from the ashes of your old self, to break free from the cocoon of your old self. All right, I hope that makes sense. Number 8, boundaries and safe spaces. So being of the divine feminine, the Empress represents feminine leadership. But here, the High Priestess was like the leader of the regular priestesses in the temple. Here, the Empress, excuse me, the Empress is the leader of the women that you lead in your tribe, or the people. Maybe you don't do men. I mean, maybe you do men and women, but she is the leader for her community here on earth. That is you. The Empress is usually a ruler. She has ruling energy. Well, you are also the ruler of your business and your tribe, what you create, where you put your philosophy, who's receiving your philosophy. You have a responsibility to walk and talk your philosophy with dignity and to show the people who are following you how to be in dignity with your healing philosophy. So that is a part of the Empress's job, to create boundaries and safe spaces within her community. All right, I hope that makes sense. So again, it's about taking responsibility for yourself and showing other people how to take responsibility for themselves as well, and creating safe spaces for them to do that. Much like you see me here every Tuesday and Friday, except I missed one Tuesday or missed a Friday. I needed a little bit of a break. I was going through some stuff. Okay, I was pre-birthing the full moon in Pisces. I needed a day off, so I had to cancel that live stream. But you all see we have a calendar in here every month. You see I'm on here live twice a week, every week. Like, that's me taking responsibility. Even, most of the time, if I'm tired, I'll show up anyway. Last time was just a little snafu, okay? So that's a part of the Empress's responsibility as well. All right, and here we go, y'all. We're getting to the wind up here. Celebrating, and these two are really, really important. So another thing the Empress does is she celebrates creativity. So her energy inspires creativity within herself and within you. Okay, so you are embodying that Empress energy, and she is activating your creative juices inside. She's activating your great ideas, sure, but she's also activating that nurturing that's inside of you, and when I'm talking about creativity here, I'm not really talking about creativity at the level of the mind. I'm talking about creativity at the level of the sacral chakra. I'm talking about that creativity, which is more sexual and generative in nature, where the hormones are, okay? Where the estrogen is, all right? There is the physical estrogen, but there's also the creative estrogen, or the energetic estrogen, that is still there even after your uterus and even your fallopian tubes are removed. There is that creative space that comes from that particular space. And the Empress, when you invite her into your life, she helps you generate that wonderful creative sexual energy. Now, for our last one, I call it, so number 9 is celebrating creativity, and number 10 is celebrating sexuality. So number 9 is again about, that creative space where the baby is held, that sacral chakra, that uterus energy, and the fallopian tubes and your ovaries, right? All of that creative sexual energy your empress embodying her will activate that for you, whether you have your generative parts or not, okay, or whether they're shut down or not. The empress energy can activate those for you. Now, number 10 is different, because number 10, we move down into that root chakra, and we're talking about penetrative and clitoral sexual stimulation. That is what we also want to celebrate. So this is about the female pleasure principle, okay? Enjoying your femininity, enjoying your nether regions, your vagina, your clitoris, your private parts, your portal to womanhood, okay? The Empress energy is wonderful for helping to stimulate your sexuality, but she's also, and that can be about bringing in energy, but it's also important that you stimulate that so that you can give birth to your ideas and all your creativity. I hope this is making sense to you all. It makes perfectly good sense in my head. If what I'm saying makes sense, you all give me some kind of a shout out here and say, yes, I get it. It makes sense. I understand my sexuality, how important this is, because y'all, this is life. Making sure if you want to be successful in your business, you must be successful sexually. And I don't mean that you have to have a partner and you got to be having sex. What I mean is you need a healthy relationship with your vagina. If you have not looked at your own vagina in a while, pull out your mirror and take a peek at it. You know, pour yourself a glass of wine, make a cup of tea, light some candles, turn on your flashlight, aim that, you know, take a picture if you want to, all right? But just get into your vajayjay and give yourself some stimulation. And ladies, for those of you, because I hear this all the time from my women, okay? Medication slows down their sexuality. You know, just being overwhelmed by kids and time and just all the things they need to do. Having gained weight gets you out of touch with your sexuality. Let me tell you something, ladies. If you will just go in and even just go through the motions on your own, your sexual parts will automatically do what they are supposed to do. Even if you have to lie there for 20 minutes with your vibrator, just stimulating your parts while you read a book, you will be very pleasantly surprised to find out that your nether regions are fully active and doing exactly what they are supposed to do. Doing this on a regular basis is very good for your health, not just your sexual health, but your health overall. Your system likes it, the universe loves it, and it is wonderful for calling in beautiful high vibration energy, and it will raise your vibration overall. Okay, let me check in and see where you all are. Okay, I've got a bunch of amens. Oh, I see BB is here. Hey, BB. All right, I've got Kelly with an amen. Yes, that's the truth. I've had a crappy coach before too, so I know what not to do with clients. LOL, but not funny. Yes, Kelly, me too, girl. Ooh, do you know that my business is built on, like, it's built on my own ideas, but there is so much crappy coach stuff that I'm like, do not do this. Let me do the opposite of this in my program. So much of that going on, girl. So yes, I'll be ready for a connection call in a few weeks. Excited? Yes, can't wait, Kelly. BB says, I can't see or hear anything. I'm not sure of what you mean by that, BB. Hopefully you can, hopefully that's just on your end. Teresa says, yes, I absolutely totally get it. Yeah, very good, ladies. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. And yes, as Kelly said, if you are ready for your call and you're ready to get started in this work, let's do it. I'm excited to be working with you. This is just an exciting time, and this is exciting work, and I am so blessed. Thank you very much, ladies, for joining me in today's session, for joining me for all the sessions. Honestly, it's such a pleasure to have you in my group. And I look forward to seeing you all on Tuesday. All right, let me just tell you what we're doing on Tuesday. Tuesday's live stream is Tuesday, September 5th. Okay, life-changing tools to help you integrate the Empress archetype and her wealth manifestation mindset. So, by the way, if talking about sex triggers you, I'm so sorry, but you should not be getting triggered talking about sex, okay? If you're triggered by me talking about sex, that means you need to do some work, okay? You need to hop on a call and we can figure out how I can work with you to help you with your triggers around sexuality. But that is what's coming, because your sexual power is fucking power. It is your God-given divine inheritance. And if it's not functioning properly, we need to get that functioning properly. You need it in order to manifest in this world, okay? All right, my friends, love you guys. I look forward to seeing you all. Next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone. Bye for now. Bye, everyone.